So here's something interesting. Progressive leader confronts Pelosi aide over Medicare for All. Congressional Progressive Caucus co-chair Pramila Jayapal. Wow, say that sentence. I mean, that's not an easy... Congressional Progressive Caucus co-chair Pramila Jayapal. That was not meant... And I screwed it up. Dude, that sentence. Holy fuck. All right. So anyway, you guys get the idea. You can see it. On Tuesday, confronted a top aide to Speaker Nancy Pelosi, expressing frustration over his private dismissals of Medicare for All legislation. Jayapal, a lead author of the plan H.R. 1384, told Wendell Primus, who served as Pelosi's senior health policy advisor, that she did not appreciate what she perceived as his efforts to undermine lawmakers' bills. Jayapal pressed him to explain reports that he made disdainful remarks about the proposal in separate meetings with health policy researchers and insurance executives. What do you want him to explain, though? I think that tells you everything you need to know. Insurance executives were there. So he crapped on Medicare for All. And it's nice to know something we already knew, but that Nancy Pelosi's health policy advisor rubs elbows with the insurance industry. And that's who he caters to. And that's who he reports to. And that's his circle. Not the people. That's why Nancy Pelosi's against Medicare for All. All right, so I made it clear I was not happy, says Jayapal. Pelosi spokesperson on Monday disputed any suggestion that Primus sought one-sided analysis of single payer, adding no one has anything to fear from good faith research on Medicare for All. Okay. The Intercept previously reported that Primus told Blue Cross Blue Shield executives in December that House Democratic leadership would not endorse Medicare for All, listing objections including its costs and the difficulty of moving to a single-payer system. I'll say this. I'm glad that Jayapal did this. I think it's a good thing. Good move on her part. But we all know the answer to these questions. This isn't just colleagues disagreeing. This is... Nancy Pelosi and her people are in bed with the insurance companies. So they're going to crap on Medicare for All. They're going to crap on single payer to the insurance companies. And if they're a little more diplomatic publicly, well, that's because, as Hillary Clinton coined it, they got a public position and a private one. And that private position is the one that gets all the decisions. So, good on Jayapal doing this, but let's not pretend we don't know what this really is. This isn't colleagues disagreeing. This is corruption versus a better tomorrow. And I think that the few progressives that we have in Congress need to start shouting that. And that's not an easy position to be in because these are their colleagues. These are their colleagues whether they like it or not. That's the job that they have. Their job is to work with these colleagues who are corrupt. So it's not an easy situation to be in, nor is it a desirable one. But if we keep pretending this is just policy disagreements, then things are never going to change. This isn't policy disagreement. This is corruption versus not corruption.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your